I want to ask you guys a question. Yeah? I see the labor rights, them a come out and them a attack the Integrity Commission. But the Integrity Commission is saying that preventing corruption, changing behavior are equally important measures of success. So while I'm going to show you what the labor rights them are actively doing, you know. I see Matthew Samuda run out. I see Pernell Charles. I see the member for South Trelawney. The whole of them are come and attack the Integrity Commission, you know. And then want to weaken the Integrity Commission and take away some of them powers and give it to the FID. Now, Jamaica, when you look and see the Integrity Commission is coming out to say that changing behavior are equally important. You know the Wellness Administration no plan to change them behavior. They don't plan to change their behavior. It is within their DNA to rob and to steal. The Integrity Commission is saying that leadership cannot and good governance cannot get better in Jamaica until the leaders willing to change their behavior. And that is a key point to Jamaica. It might simple, but it is truth. The Integrity Commission is saying that the Wellness Administration is not willing to change their behavior. Every time the IC call them out for something that is wrong, instead them change them behavior and do better, they carry the matter to court. Remember, Daryl Vaz come out, come say, I congratulate the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General for doing their job. Remember the Auditor General flag him for the procurement breaches and the corruption, you know. And instead the administration hold him to an account. What did they do? They make every member get away with a slap on the wrist. And Daryl go come out, we commend the IC and the Auditor General for doing their job. But the behavior of the politician remains the same. The behavior of the politician remains the same. And that is what the IC Kevin Stevens said in that press conference, that the behavior of the politicians and these ministries have to change if we want to see some growth and good governance return to the nation. That is it, you know, it's simple. Change the behavior. They are not willing to change because if months ago the IC and the Auditor General flag a minister for breaches of corruption. Yeah? And here we have the same IC is calling out the government. Over 70% of contracts awarded was done as emergency. And to single contractors. This is a cause for concern. It is a shameless act, Jamaica. Well, Jamaica, I don't know if you guys see it, you know, about judgment. The Integrity Commission come say, we no afraid of no boy, no girl, no baldhead, no natty dread, no prime minister, nobody we no afraid of. No fear or favor. The Integrity Commission vows to continue them work despite increasing number of court challenges to its finding and decisions. Well, this is what Miss Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick, the chairperson for the IC, saying there is a legitimate concern that the increasing resort to litigation against the Commission and its officers in the execution of their lawful duties may, whether intentionally or otherwise, impede the timely discharge of the Commission's responsibilities. But the lady is making it absolutely clear, yeah? And vowing to the Jamaican people to continue their work despite increasing number of court challenges. She went further to add Jamaica, yeah, that this trend was characterized by the increasing use of interim injunctions by external parties, which serve to delay or halt active investigations and defer the publication of statutory outputs. The organization will continue to defend its statutory mandate against adversarial challenges. That is what the executive director had to say, Mr. Craig Beresford. So Craig Beresford left a response. So too is Carol Beswick, and so too Mr. Kevin Stevens. And when they're done, they want to say the Integrity Commission is not doing their job. Are you aware that the Integrity Commission has a 96 average of fulfilling its mandate? They are exceptional. And when you see the Labour Party a try to weaken Jamaica, it begs to ask the question whether or not the Labour Party is about good governance or not. Because instead, can you imagine the brazen corruption when Daryl Vaz was caught within the corrupt practices? You hear what the man come say? He welcomed and he congratulated them for doing their job. If it was some other jurisdiction and Daryl did what he did, he would have been removed. And the man come say he welcomed the work of the Integrity Commission and the Auditor General after he was caught for doing something wrong. How did we got here, Jamaica? We have to do better as a people, and we have to do better as a nation. As I wrap up class for this afternoon, it's almost 1:30. And remember that my team a play come 2 o'clock. And me no want nobody disturb me. One Argentina pan the app. And me no business when nobody wants say Argentina racist and Argentina because you know say my team I make it to final. Abe. Then could have racist little more. We not put that pan the good team and the work what them a do. Racist and whatever, put that aside. A football and sports we are defend. We not defend the social ailments of Argentina. At the football we are defend. So all of uno we against Argentina. We are push the narrative. Oh yeah, support racist. Not a racist debate from Wapi Kill Philip. Up to now it about. We not come to talk about that. We come to talk about the good team of Argentina. And at them we are support. And we not care who wants say and te. One Argentina come 2 o'clock this afternoon. Come in no England I go home. I'm surprised them in it so long. Janelle say one Brazil. Me say I feel it for poor Brazil, you know. Lord all France gone at the yard. France went go on a little bit too much. France did too much. I been Sarkozy. Where you say big up England. Watermelon say big up Brazil. My team Argentina. Tasha where you say Brazil. King Lord say Jamaica him say. Me not trouble no. Big up yourself Nadine. One teen upon the app. Who vex? But anyway, my final pointer for this afternoon before we bring our class to a close, Jamaica. I want to ask you guys, when it comes on to the police officers, are you aware that police officers in the Granville space are now wearing body cameras? Let me put up what the officer down there have to say. Detective Sergeant Shea Notice. And Shea Notice is saying that We have put things in place to ensure that the public interaction policy is observed by all officers. Once you are out there and you see a police officer without a body camera, that is a breach. And you can complain to either me or to the head of the St. James Police Division, Senior Superintendent Aaron Samuels. It's a very serious breach. Well, Jamaica, we welcome this, but I am not sure if the mechanisms are put in place to achieve what is needed to be achieved. Because are you aware that the Independent Commission doesn't have an oversight committee? They are answerable to no one. They answer to no one. Yeah? But how is it that they want the Integrity Commission answerable to the same people that they are set out to investigate? When I look and see Andrew Holness set up a committee, and on the committee that they set, they want to oversee the Integrity Commission. But on the same committee are individuals who were investigated and charged by the same Integrity Commission. So how is it that somebody that have breached, fined and charged are sitting on an oversight body to oversee the Integrity Commission? Huh? Or never see the Independent Commissioner go to report to Parliament? I'm yet to see it, Jamaica. I'm yet to see it. Something is wrong here. But what I'm saying, Jamaica, we welcome the use of body cameras, but not because you see a police officer wear body camera means say it turn on. And even if it turn on, has the government put the software in place where once your body camera is turned on, there is a central location to record what is happening? Because seeing an officer with him body camera on and it turn on, that no means that it a record at them central location. There must be a system in place where once the officer is on his duties and him body camera is turned on, the footage is being recorded. Thank you, Auntie Dawn. Thank you, Auntie Dawn. The footage should be recorded at a location, because our police officers, remember, say we not really trust no 100%. We welcome the use of the body-worn cameras, but we still not trust some of the police officer because some of them we tamper with the camera. So we want a system put in place where once an officer depend him duty and him turn on him body camera, it is registered at the office. Yeah? And we don't want it only register at the office to where that officer is stationed. We want it to register at the high command, because we have some nasty, dirty police officer where we sit down in the office where we tamper with the CCTV footage. So they can't tamper with, even if them tamper with it at the location where them base, then can't tamper with it at the central command in Kingston, if you don't get what I mean. Yeah? So when I see the Granville police, I say all officers within the Granville space are now required to wear body camera, we welcome that move. But we still not welcome it totally, because up to now we know see Horace Chang can tell the nation say body cameras have been rolled out and they are being used. We still not see the Commissioner of Police I say XYZ and body cameras are in use. There should be a national address to Jamaicans to show that the government means business and they are actively seeking the cooperation. Not true. We are yet to see that. So sub-officer in charge of Granville Police Station, Detective Sergeant Shane Notice, says that all cops under his command are outfitted with body-worn cameras once going on patrol. The reassurance was given in response to a query raised about interaction between the police and residents during a meeting at Granville Primary School and Infant Monday night. One of the beauties about the Granville space now is that every officer who is on duty is wearing a body camera, Mr. Notice said as he addressed the Greater Granville Investment Round Table. But Jamaica, I smell problems here, because wearing body camera is one thing, but are the systems in place to ensure it's always recording so as to, or so that they can tamper with the recording? I think an issue as big as this, it needs a proper update to the public, not just bits and pieces of police officers that come out. We want the commissioner to give us an update, and we want the Minister of National Security to give us a formal update. Not no squad here come and tell we this and tell we that. No, we want the government to act more professional and do what they ought to do. So while we welcome the move, yes, Pacha Gray, it shows that it is recorded. Yes, wearing the body camera and then press the button and you see the light blink, say it a record. That is one thing. But what I'm saying, there must be a command station, that while the officer is on duty and in body camera record, it must be recorded at a central location, at a station command, because the police officers, individuals, don't trust them. And while them are wear the body camera, police officers can tamper with those body cameras. So while you think it a record in real time in front of you, it may not be recording and stored at a central command. So any officer can tamper with them body-worn camera, but we need a central command location to be set up. So while the officers are on their active duties and then body cameras are turned on, it must be recorded. And until that system is set up and is in function, then we can say Jamaica is heading in the right direction. But until then, we welcome the move of the body-worn cameras, but I think Jamaica deserves an update, a professional update from the Security Minister Chang and the Police Commissioner. And I think we all can agree to that. It should be at Indicom. Totally agree with that, Auntie Tiny. I believe that all police body-worn camera, it should be set up at Indicom, not at non-police station headquarters, because when police can out there and do them duties and them body camera turn on, say them are working in a Montego Bay, right, at Barnett Street or Freeport, and them go up on a duty over Granville and them body camera turn on. Remember that them friend is at the police station, and let's say something happen and them a watch it while at the station. That friend can alter the recording. Not true? So we want an independent commission where the headquarters for these recordings stored. Because we don't trust somebody squaddy them, and we don't trust somebody police station where the squaddy them work, because the whole of them have their one another back. And so I believe that the HQ, the headquarters for this, should set up at Indicom, where an independent commission can oversee any possible breach. That is my opinion. And I think we all can agree to that. It was my pleasure being here, Jamaica. It's now 1:30, 30 minutes to go between the match of the century. Jamaica, I want to thank you guys so much for the love and the support. I want to thank you guys so much for being here to listen to class and to participate. Thank you guys so much. Let us continue to champion the message of the People's National Party. Let us continue to look out one for another. The word is love, Jamaica. See you guys tomorrow.